Hello, ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages. This is a random person on the internet casting fully professional tournaments 2 weeks after the fact. This is the IEM World Championship, brought to you by Intel Extreme Masters about 2 weeks ago. Shout out to IEM for A, holding this tournament, and B, releasing the replay so people like me can actually watch it, because you played the game when I was actually at work, so I had no clue what happened to any of this. From the bottom right side, from Newkirk Precinct, it's Zanster. Zanster going for that hatch first, and does get that down before his opponent blocks it. His opponent, bottom left side, coming out for Poland, and he's not a Zerg. It's Sevnin. Sevnin is Polish for something, probably, possibly. I don't know. Alright, so Zanster, a household name. Sevnin, not so much. So Sevnin, not so much. Is being very annoying with that probe, however. So making sure that Zanster does have to redirect those mining drones, picking the closest mineral patches, but his opponent, or Zanster at least, trying to keep up with that. Very annoying, but it takes a lot of APM to do properly, and a lot of APM to deal with it. Hey, all of these players are good enough to go to IEM. That means they're good enough to do this shit. So let's see what's going on over here. Sevnin went for a wall on the low ground, and this is significant because Newkirk Precinct is not the smallest ramp you'll ever see. This is quite a large ramp. This is not... Oh bloody hell! What was that? What was that map called? I don't know. There are bigger maps out there, or bigger ramps out there, but there's not a great many of them. So he went for the wall on the low ground with the nexus behind there, so it does get that wall up quite in there. May feel comfortable in thinking that his opponent is may feel he's better than him, will play a standard game, and judging on just how famous they are, I'd say he's probably right. But if his opponent gone for a circling rush, he'd be in big problem right now. Good night. So Zanster getting on that third, and yep. Let's see. I got distracted by a kiss from a pretty woman. That was not on screen, so there you go. And then. Oh, there goes all the thing. Yeah, but he did scout all of this, so did see the Twilight Council. Did not see the robotics bay, but may just infer that that is there. Could just send that in to confirm. Not an uncommon build. Works very nicely if the Protoss goes into A, Resonating Glaives, or B, Dark Shrine, which is apparently not happening right now. Wait, what are you building? What are you building? Well, there you go. Dark Shrine it is. And right out here, where every Zergling that comes up will actually see that. So, yep. Let's see how fast this guy does get scouted. Doesn't go up there, doesn't go up there. Doesn't go up high enough to see that. Oh... Of course, doesn't want to put it in the scouting path like here, which is something that often does get scouted. Zanster doesn't see that. Zanster doesn't see that. And here are the extra gate. What was that? Ah, there goes the scout. No, still don't know. Still don't know. Still don't know. Are there any spores? There are no spores. There are no blind spores. And there is the D2 Shrine. Did he click on it? I think he probably did. Now he knows what's coming his way. He knows he has to build a couple more queens. Maybe put down a spore crawler. And as soon as his layer is finished, get some overseers. And he should be just fine. Sees this moving on out there. And he's not Not building detection. Now, Zanster is a lot better player than I am, so he probably knows exactly how much time he has. Maybe squeezing out a couple of drones before, but this would be a good time to start building some detection. Zanster, I'm just going to say this once. This would be a fantastic time to start building some detection. Did he? Oh, Sevnin doesn't think. He thinks he's been scouted. He thinks he's been scouted. And his opponent can deal with... Oh, his opponent can deal with this. He can deal with Archons. He could not deal with DTs. If he'd sent in DTs, he would have absolutely... Look, there's no detection anywhere. He would have murdered his opponent. Instead, he's going to get one queen. He doesn't even get a queen. He doesn't even get a queen. Oh, this is so unfortunate. Sevnin, if he'd just gone in there with the DTs, he would have won this game. Alright. Wait, how much detection do we have? Alright, there is an overseer. There is an overseer. Taken out. There we go. Let's see what we can do. We're going to take out those overlords and overseer. If you can take out the overseer, then you can warp in some more DTs if you like. Instead denying some creep. And yep. This just scouting, making sure that everything is done. Sees the gateway explosion. And Zanster may just feel very comfortable. He's got speed almost done. He's got 68 workers to his opponent's 48. He's got 62 army supply. Fourth wave on the way. And Zanster should maybe just build a whole bunch of overlord and push on in. That DT... tech did not get the damage done it should. Where is that over? Oh, there it is. Did not get the damage done it should. Is now going to push out with Stalkers and Blink. Still could be a very, very powerful push. His opponent's got 78 army supply. 20 roaches, 3 ravagers. That's still doable. Especially if you can get some shield backs on that Archon. Alright, there's no third base here. And here we go. Zanster moving on in there. Takes out 1 Archon. Takes out 2 Archon. And all the roaches, the Stalkers are back and not blinking. 1 blink, 2 blink. That you had way more blinks than that, son. And Zanster coming in there and absolutely crushes that. All of the Stalkers except 4 and 1 at home in the wall get taken out. On the other side, coming in for the Zerg Swarm, there is 88 army supply waiting to just come in there and ruin Sevnin's day. Zanster moves on in there. There is another batch of Stalkers. This time there is a better blink control. There is an overcharge, but still the Zerg Swarm keeps on going. GG. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this round of 16 match of the second qualification bracket for IEM World Championship. That happened 2 weeks ago, or if you're listening to this on YouTube, however long ago that happened. It's 2 weeks plus however long this video has been up. Or if we count released, even longer than that, because this is only going to come out in like 7 days. Both of these players going to try and make their way through a grueling lineup in order to get that spot in the group stage of IEM World Championship. Both of these players going to have to go up against powerhouses such as Euthermal, Pili Pili, Sort of Hero Marine, Daishi, Optimus, Soul, and Laser. So whoever moves on from this has their work cut out for them. We have over in the top right of Proxima Station playing Protoss and Polish. He's Polish. That was going to be such a sweet sentence as well, but it just didn't come. It's Sevnin. You deserve a better intro than that. I'm sorry, Sevnin. His opponent in the bottom left side, it's Zanster. Zanster plays for a team and he's not... Wait, is he? No. Him and, what was it, Hurston had just left their team because their team wasn't paying them or something to that effect. So, yeah, shout out to whoever picks up Zanster. Oh, last time he tried to deny people from mining by claiming that, but he now already has that mineral. Can't do that. He tries to slowly poke down this. There we go. Come, nope. Zanster ain't having none of this. Also, shout out to IEM for releasing this replays. You guys put on a hell of a tournament, even though I saw less than half of it because you did it while I was at work, which is why I'm casting this, by the way. This wasn't done on the main screen, I think. Maybe, I don't know. So there's no VODs of it. Instead, I'm casting it, and with me quite a few other people. So I hope it's okay, and if not, let me know and I'll take it down. So we are 2 minutes 30 into this game. The last game we saw Zanster, or we saw Sevnin going for a dark shrine opening and then failing to properly utilizing it by going instead for the double Archon War Prism play, which Zanster was capable of dealing with. What he didn't have at the time was detection though, so if he just moved in with those DTs, this one could be next to that nice purple color. But alas, Zanster held that initial attack and pushed back hard. Alright. So I see none of the tech because he... Oh, no. Does fly here. And what happens here? We've got 3 slowlings, 2 slowlings, and 2 queens. 2 queens should be able to keep that back. Zanster going to taking this base before this base, which is alright. There's a lot of people that choose to take this base first, get that creep spread going, make this base a little bit more defensible, make sure that you can get out of your main base after 2 bases have been taken. But Zanster's like, nah, that's okay, that's fine. And going for that DT again, and it was scouted. It was scouted once again, but it was scouted last time as well. It was just not clicked on. Zanster knew. But did he know? No, he didn't actually know because he didn't build any spore crawlers. And oh, we had a little bit of a pause there, but that's okay. So you have to actually click on these things in order to see what it is. Now, by size, you know it's not a gateway, but it could be a pylon. Just making sure that there's no insert famous caster pylon here. But if he didn't actually click on it, then he doesn't know. It does have that layer up and is going to morph in that Overseer, but maybe he just feels comfortable enough not taking any spore crawlers. Maybe he does. Maybe he feels comfortable. There's of course only one War Prism, so as long as you know where that is, you know where to place your Overseer, you know where to place those Roaches, and especially if you're going to warp him in right on top of detection. Alright, this time coming on in there with those DTs and get on out of there right away. There's that Overseer. Still a slow Overseer, so there you go. And here we go. Straight into the Archon. Didn't work for him last time, but maybe this time it will. I'm going to expand on the back of that. Which is, of course, very much the idea behind this play. You keep your opponent on his side of the map. He has to deal with this. 2 Archons will wreck your mineral line. You have to deal with this. And that means you are free to expand. There you go. 2 Archons going to do... there you go. That was 2 drones right there. I do believe. 3 drones. I believe this was taken without the Game Heart mod because I'm not seeing any of the normal notifications. Oh, does that mean I could have actually done this? Nope, that's still there. Alright, cool. Got his queen in the right position, pushing this on back there. No creep connecting this though, so the queens can't come in there. And Sevnin quite fond of dealing damage to his opponents, or trying to supply block his opponent, so that is very nice. He is now going to lose more than just shield, and considering Archons don't have a lot more than just shields. It has to get on out of there. Alright, confirmed once again what is being built. Sees the slow generation of immortals. And Zanster has to deal with this once again. Very much more successful than in the last game are these Archons. And going for a little fancy bit of micro. There's not a lot of... Oh, well, that's the end of that. Normally speaking, Queens are the only thing that can really push back that War Prism. As soon as you can get rid of that War Prism, this is pretty much at an end. Before that time, you can just, you know, pick them up, let the shield regenerate, and, you know, come back in whenever you feel comfortable. But as soon as those Hydralisks come out, then that is all that the War Prism can do to get on out of there. Hydralisk will shred through that. Alright. Sevnin has... How many gates? How many gates do you have? 8 gates and a War Prism to reinforce the front. So here is 46 army supply. Oh, not the best of force field there. Does get one single Hydralisk there, and once again with the force fields right there, and standing in a corrosive bell. Not the best engagement right there. These force fields working as much against him as they do in favor of him. The ranged units of the Zerg not being hindered by this all too much. This Spinecrawler doing a lot of damage as well. 4 kills, 5 kills. And Zanster can just reinforce with another 12 roaches on the way. Of course, if these Immortals and Archons stay alive, then he is in trouble. There goes the Archon though. All the Immortals still there, and all of the workers taken down. So he did actually completely eviscerate that mirror line and does clean up that army. Is he going to be able to clean this out? Yep, no, you're going to have to get on out of there. But off creep, he should be able to fly away. The back of this, third base down, not yet saturated though. So 50 workers versus 50, and he's got a fourth base. Can't get there very easily with this thing on, but there you go. This is going a lot better for Sevnin than the last game was so far. One evolution chamber coming on up, and his opponent hasn't even built a forge. There's no forge in here whatsoever. I like that. I like that his opponent. Sevnin is just stay here. Watch whatever I'm doing. That's fine. No problem. Wait, didn't I just check where? I don't know. Well, I guess there is a forge. And I guess there's a reason that if this game were cast, and I believe IEM did actually go into this game, if only very shortly, because they had a very nice thing where, there go the Overseer or the Changelings, where after the main game they were cast, they had the rest of the people on the desk actually in the other games, so they could, you know, sort of check in during the breaks. So somebody was watching this, and now I forgot what I was about to say. Yeah, no, I was going somewhere with that. Yes, so I was going to say, if there was a professional caster, they were casting this and not somebody like me, because they're professionals and they would have known to cut away from the analysis and go into the absolute massacre of the Protoss. He gets, oh, that is very dead, and Sevnin knows it too. GG. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you'd like to see more of me, subscribe.